So on the video.
Whoa, that's easy. You know what else? You know what's not called?
What's that called?
Podcast. Two guys talking without wearing pants. Pantless. Podcast. You can take our ideas.
Welcome back to the Pantless Podcast. Here's your hosts, Austin and Travis. Take it away, guys. Hey, what is going on? Might have to cut some of that out that you were just talking about.
Oh gosh.
I don't think that's something we can talk about. Those things.
Probably not. Probably
this
not.
Video,
it's probably cancelable.
Yeah, you were
cancelable.
I hit record and you started talking about your.
Oh, that was right then.
Yeah,
See, I thought you don't hit record until we actually start our thingy.
Yeah, I always try to catch a little conversation ahead of. Hey, welcome back, folks. I just want to start right now, and say spoiler alert for this whole episode. Our movie, some of our gaming section, we will be spoiling stuff. I'm not going to hold back. We're going to talk about everything. The movie has a big spoiler that ruins the movie if you don't know, like if you find out ahead of time. Spoiler alert. You've been warned. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at us. Bring it.
Yeah, don't get mad at us because we spoiled a 23-year-old movie for you.
My wife actually reminded me of a story, which I'll get into. It reminded me about the story of when I watched this movie in theaters, which was the only time I'd ever watched the movie. This was only. But hey, what happened? What have you been eating this week?
Oh my goodness. Not. I don't think a lot. I haven't really been eating any. I had an apricot jam pizza today. A slice of apricot jam pizza. It was very interesting. It was kind of desserty.
Do I like apricots?
I don't know. It was weird, but I haven't had anything crazy. As soon as we're done with this, the old wifey is going to be bringing home some Taco Bell, so I'm pretty stoked about the
fancy
aftercast dinner.
The fancy fast food restaurant.
Oh yeah. So,
Sorry, I'm
pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked. Look at you over there. See, I pulled away. It was tough, but I pulled away.
Pulled away from what?
Pokemon.
Oh, new Pokemon.
From the new
Did that
Pokemon.
come out today?
Yeah. I pulled away just to partake in this. I guess I care about our 31 fans a little bit.
Only 31?
Because that wasn't easy.
We have 31? I thought we had 35.
Oh, was it 35? Oh, sweet.
Hey,
we're doing better than I thought.
Let's call it 33 and a half because we don't count ourselves.
Okay.
That maths, I guess.
Well, can we both be halves and just call it 34?
That works for me. I'm okay with that.
Okay, good. Well, we'll do that then.
What have I been eating? Thanks for asking.
What have you been eating?
Wife made more chicken and dumplings tonight for dinner.
Nice.
Cooked up some good steaks the other night. I have this awesome seasoning I got free from work in one of the fun committee something. And it's amazing. And it's a meat rub.
Ooh. Get a little meat rub your chicken.
It's called Greek Island Rub.
That's amazing.
All I know it is. And I like to rub it down on my meat and grill it.
I'm not a fan of like Greek food, but I would love to be rubbed in grease. That would be fun.
It's Greek Island.
Yeah, Greece. Not like
Greece.
Like
you don't want to be greased up
Greece.
From Greece. Okay.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. If somebody from Greece rubbed me in Greece, I guess.
Some grease.
That massage. Some greased up grease.
A greased up grease guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got chills. They're multiplying.
Okay.
Because it's freezing cold.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's just get this out of the way real quick so we can get into the more important. This is going to be like a 3-hour podcast. All the crap we have to talk about tonight. Breaking news. Oh, I just
Oh
jacked my
gosh,
mic,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Oh man. Oh.
So,
All right.
breaking news: Twitter is dead.
Like it's no more. I can't get on Twitter.
You can't. It's dying.
Oh.
Elon, basically 2 days ago, 1 day ago, I don't exactly see what day it was. Elon Musk gave all the employees of Twitter, basically an ultimatum. They basically said, "Hey, you can either take a 3-month severance package and leave, or work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, until we get this stuff settled." And like over 1,000 employees went, "Cool, we'll take the severance package," and just left. Like main engineering's, I read a whole Twitter thread on it this morning. Twitter had 3,000 employees at their corporate office, at like their main place, and over 1,000 quit yesterday, including like most of the security team that their job is to make sure that when an employee quits that all their accesses are taken away. And they were like some of the first to go. So a lot of the employees that have been quitting still have all their accesses. Like the ethics and compliance team got let go. The entire team that filters out untrue state, like the fact checking department that lets the misinformation checks. That team's not there anymore. Twitter.
I like
Twitter
my Twitter full of. I like my Twitter full of misinformation. So I do not care about people that want to tell me what's real and what's not.
My Twitter who I follow consists of comedians, NASCAR people, and Washington Commanders people. And that's
so
that's really about it.
They're not blocking liars. Now your Twitter is going to be blowing up. You follow like the 3 most dishonest groups in the world.
What can I say? But yeah, that was our breaking news. Twitter's dead.
Wow. Rip Twitter.
I mean,
but if you're feeling froggy, come follow us at the Pantless Pod 1 on the dead Twitter.
Hey,
we'll try our best not to misinform you.
We will be on it till the day it dies.
That's right.
Because I'm here for the show.
That's right.
Because people are using Twitter to tell people that Twitter is dead.
Right? Yeah. I'm boycotting Twitter.
Follow me at...
Follow me.
On my Twitter account.
Follow me as we boycott. Fun fact, this is my last Common Sense Media review. I didn't realize I was... Okay. I didn't realize I'd done the last 2. I thought I only did 1.
Oops. Hopefully I mean, I might have to backdoor the next one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
Ooh.
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
What?
No, I'm not talking about that time.
What?
We're not, that's not podcast appropriate. We're not doing that.
I mean,
we're
already started.
Right.
Speaking of not podcast appropriate, how awesome is this new Pokemon game?
Oh, it is really, really good. I haven't even got... I think I'm still in the tutorial. I don't know. But I've already caught 25 different kinds of Pokemon.
What?
I haven't evolved anything. And I've already got 25 different Pokemon. It is insane how many Pokemon are right here.
Ooh, I'm behind you. I've got 15.
Oh, I haven't really been dilly-dallying with battles. All I've been doing is, oh, that's a new Pokemon, and then I catch it.
So you've caught 15 different.
25 different.
25 different. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get a Diglett in that cave with the legendary?
Yeah.
And did you get the... Okay. I've already caught a Magikarp as well.
I have not caught a Magikarp.
You don't need a fish.
Catch Magikarp. I throw my little kitty in the water, and
kitties don't like water.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It just what starter did you go with? Hello.
I
Why
got
haven't we gone?
Quaxley.
Okay. So can your Quaxley like dive in water? Is that how you got a Magikarp?
No, there was just a Magikarp in a pond, and I threw a poke. I threw the because you hit the trigger to throw the Pokemon
Yeah.
to start a battle, and
Yeah.
I just pulled that trigger and threw the ball at the Magikarp, and the Magikarp was in the water, and mine was on the bank, and they did
How
one of
crazy.
these.
See,
I did.
I've tried to do that, and it's acting like the Magikarp's just too far below the
It might be.
surface.
You might have to wait for it to. I don't know. I had one battle when I was using my what was I using? I don't have him. Oh, the Palmy, the new electric one.
Yeah.
And I was right near that stream where that bridge is, and I threw the Pokeball at that stupid duck,
Side up.
Psyduck, and where the battle started, my Palmy was actually in the little stream, and like was swimming. Wasn't like standing on top of it.
Yeah.
Like he was swimming and doing the whole battle. I'm like, that was cool. I like that aspect. That they're
Yeah, that
kind of
is cool.
like the environment. Like, when I was fighting with my bird, the Fletchling, he flies. He's not, he's not just standing awkwardly on the ground anymore. He flies.
Yeah.
My only thing I don't like that I've ran into so far, my one big problem, I don't like the glowing Pokeballs.
Oh, I love it.
I
It keeps me distracted. I run around grabbing them.
I know, but it's like makes them
Easy
too
mode?
easy to find.
That's fair.
It's a small gripe. It's like because they've never done anything like that. It's almost like you just spin around and you're like, oh, there's that one, and that one, and you just go find them.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do love so far is the lack of button prompts.
Yeah.
Have you noticed?
I haven't noticed, but now that you say that, you're correct.
When you walk up, like in the old games and in a lot of other games, like when you walk up to stuff, like it'll bring up, like if you need to pick up when you walk up to the Pokeball, normally it'll bring up an A button saying that you have something that you can interact with.
Yeah.
This game doesn't have that.
Yeah, it's very fluid.
So
Very fluid.
I'm liking that. I'm liking how you can control the camera. You can spin the camera always. In the house, when you were in your starter house, you could only turn the camera a little bit, but you could still.
Yeah.
There still was some camera movement. It wasn't just solid.
Yep. Yeah, when you saw that first professor, man, I thought we were gonna get voice acting. I really did. I'm like, oh, this is
No.
I'm expecting it. And then it didn't happen. I'm like, oh man.
I already knew it wasn't gonna happen because it's Pokemon. I've heard that there's been I heard some of the critics and some of the people online already throwing a fit about how crappy the quality of this game is. About a lot of pop-in graphical issues.
There is. I did notice in the distance, if you looked at the people, if you were back in the Poké Center and you're looking at that town, that the people walking are like really jerky. It doesn't look good.
But this is.
I'm sure it'll be fixed in an update like next week, but yeah, right now it's kind of like rough.
I don't know. It's Pokemon Company is what it is. I didn't expect a just absolute perfect masterpiece. I expected a Skyrim effect where this is a beautiful game that has problems.
Right.
So, that's
Did you pick up on the fact that your new best friend, like every time it started on your new best friend, it was like zoomed in on the chest and then would like pan up to the face?
Never noticed. Didn't pick up on that.
It was very interesting. I'm like,
oh,
okay.
I did think it was funny. I did think it was funny that first conversation I have with her, she's like, "We're gonna be new best friends. Do you want to be best friends with us?" And it brought up a yes or no.
Yeah.
And I said no.
What'd she say?
She's like, "I can't. Oh, Like, well, I guess I came on too strong. I'll have to try again. Like,
That's funny.
so, I will tell you, what do you think about the bug type? Basically, the Route 1 bug type for this game.
It's interesting. I haven't seen any spoilers. I don't know what it evolves into.
I don't either.
It's interesting. I'm not against it. It looks like a Pokemon, and it definitely looks like a new Pokemon.
Yeah,
like you can tell.
Well, cause when I was walking from my house to meet the professor at the other house, I saw this thing hanging in that tree.
Yeah.
Right next to where that bigger gentleman was standing at that crossroad. I'm like, what is that in that tree? And it wouldn't let me interact with it. So I went on, I came back, and it was gone. And when I rounded the corner into that first catch area, I'm like, there it is. I want that.
Yeah, see, I first saw it, and I thought it was like there's a couple Pokemon that are like poofy grass types. I can't remember what they are, but that's what I thought it was. I didn't realize it was the bug type. I thought it was a poofy grass type.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I know. The one from Sword and Shield?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's like a big white puffy.
Yeah. My least favorite, most disinterested Pokemon in the world is in this game. You catch it on the first route. Hoppip.
Pip, yeah, I don't like Hoppip. I did have it in my party for a moment because it was one of the first ones I caught. I want an all Paldean, which I've learned it's Paldea, because I guess it's Spanish influenced.
I thought it was French. But this was French.
She says vamos, and one of the town is Los Platos, which is the place.
Maybe. Oh, it may have been in Spain.
So I'm assuming like this is set in Spain. I'm assuming.
My bad. I'm thinking of one of the other games. This one is Spain.
But I am looking forward to having just an all Paldean lineup. Right now, because Fletchling is my only potential fire Pokemon, I have Fletchling in my party. But I'm really looking forward to a brand new Paldean fire type running into one.
I
don't know how long that'll take, but I'm looking forward to it.
Diglett's my only non-new in my party.
Diglett's your only one?
But is the only one I don't have. That's not new. In the opening sequence, did you see the flamingo?
Yeah, I saw that, and it looks like just like a flamingo.
Like a flamingo.
So I wonder if it's just going to be called Flamingo, and that's all it is just a legit animal that they're calling a Pokemon now. That would be awesome, actually. I would love that if it was just Flamingo. It never evolved. It was just an animal from our world now in the game.
Yeah,
and that it is what it is. That'd be cool.
Those parrots at the beginning that land on top of the house. That's a new one. And that's what the parrot and the flamingo were two, and that bug type, the tarantula or whatever it's called. Those were never in any. Those are like first time seeing them was right here.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. That new Tauros, I'm excited. Is that going to be a dark type Tauros?
It has to be. It has to be.
Because my son was like, is that shiny Tauros? I'm like, no, they don't show shinies in opening sequences. And his shiny was actually lame.
Yeah, shiny Tauros was like green or something, I think. Like
something weird. Green. I'm like, that's a new Paldean Tauros. I'm kind of excited to get him. See here, Bacon Sandwich.
Yeah,
it's on my team.
That makes me sad. I had to drop him, and it makes me sad.
Why?
Because I needed that fire type.
No, I don't need a fire type this early.
And you might be right on that. You might be right. But I know in the last game, the first gym, I guess I don't know how this game is going to go. But the first gym last game was a grass type.
That's fair.
Yeah. I do have the bug type Pokemon, could. Once it learns a bug type move, then maybe it'll do something.
Mine has Struggle Bug.
Yeah, that's weak. Struggle Bug.
It's actually a really good move early. if it's super effective, that's actually a really good one. But did you use your Did you use your code for that? Did you pre-order?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got the code in for the adventure thing. And now I'm freaking out because I looked at the technical machine, and right now there's just a few. And I want to save my materials. I don't want to just go in there and start making TMs just to do it. And so I'm like, I'm not going to make anything right now until I get a movement. I'm like, I have to have that. Like, I would really love my, what's the puppy, the fairy pup? Have you got that one? The
Fido?
fairy dog?
Fido?
Fido. Yeah. Fido. It can learn Ice Fang.
Nice.
But I don't have, if you don't know the material, if you don't have the material you need, it doesn't tell you what it is.
Oh, really?
It's just question marks. And so I put that on my watch list. And I guess maybe when I acquire the right materials, I'm hoping I get like a notification saying, hey, you can make fire or Ice Fang now. Ooh, I wonder if I can do Fire Fang. I don't think I can make it yet.
I did think it was interesting that you can change the name of your Pokemon, which I don't know why the whole naming system was so stupid in every Pokemon game up to now. Why do I have to go talk to somebody to change the name of my Pokemon? Can't I just on the fly, you could just go in and change the name whenever.
Yeah. And you can remember old moves.
You can change moves around without going and talking to somebody, which is also why haven't we been able to do this whole time? I'm a trainer. I should be able to train my Pokemon to learn. Why do I have to go to a move trainer to change moves around? Like, I never...
Hey, remember when you would shake your butt at stuff and it would, like, lose defense? Start doing that again and just forget how to go... Like, I don't want you to do that anymore.
You can't growl anymore.
Remember that booty shaking thing? Yeah, do that one.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're like, hey, stop shaking your butt. I want you to be mean. And, you're back at it. I love it. It's going to be super handy moving in the future, I'm sure.
Were you surprised that you already have the legendary Pokeball?
Yeah, but I can't use it. Have you been able to figure out how to use it?
No. If you go in and click on it, it says you hear a faint sound of the professor saying you can't do that yet.
How funny.
That's a throwback to the old games.
Yeah. That's good.
So
that's good. I did notice though, when you open up and look at your party, it's down there at the bottom, like just hanging out.
Yeah.
There's a space, and it's just hanging out there. You're just like, oh man.
Did you have to find a bunch of Houndours and a Houndoom down in that cave?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to.
But
my legendary did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that doesn't change.
It was pretty nice.
I'm gonna have to say, if I had to compare the start of Sword and Shield to the start of this, I think this is a better start.
I agree.
Mainly because Hop's not in it.
Oh goodness.
I was still disappointed that she takes your what's weak to you.
Yeah. But then I noticed that the professor took the strong one. Are we going to end up battling him? Is he going to be like the champion later or something?
Well,
it's really weird.
King of Leon's not in this game, so.
Right. Stop it.
I thought I'd get
you. I got super excited when he came in the house and was like, you've got to pick 3. I thought it was because I wanted an open world experience from the get go.
Yeah, I know.
And I thought for a second that they were going to do that, like just through the intro, he was going to give you your Pokemon, and then you were going to walk out your door, and then the world is your oyster. Not so much. It's still pretty linear. I'm trying to get off the beaten path, but I can't yet.
Oh, you have to get to the school.
You probably have to get to the school because there's some stuff off in the distance that's like really crazy. Like I've seen, not whatever the things are that turn into Star Raptors. there's like a group of them circling
yeah?
around a new Pokemon that I've never seen before. Did you see that?
No, I
But
haven't got that far yet.
There's a gap, and so you're like go up this path, and like you need a jump or a fly ability or something to clear the gap to get to where all those birds are around that new Pokemon. And then on the other side, there's like a glowing sword or staff coming out of the ground, but it's also up on a hill that you can't get to
Is
yet.
this
It's like,
is this after the Poke Center, or has this already been where I've already passed?
This is at. I think you have to. I think it auto makes you go to the Poke Center once you get close to it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you clear that, then you can start wandering around.
And you can start seeing that stuff.
Yeah, if you start going around the rim and try to. It's just I'm trying to do my own thing, but it's not letting me. It's not open world yet.
Oh.
I'm just like, come on, let me go. But I got to go to school, I guess.
Yeah. Too cool for school.
Womp womp.
I'm just curious how this is, like... I just realized a Nuzlock's just going to be almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because... I don't think...
Not bad.
Well, the problem is going to be is... You're... In a Nuzlocke, you can only catch one Pokemon per route.
Right.
And are there routes in this? Like,
yeah, but there's kind of route-ish things. Like the area between your little village and Los Pratos. That's kind of a route.
Yeah, you could almost say, I mean, you could say that between the two houses and the lighthouse is one. Maybe even like the cave is considered a cave and not part of the same route. So that's two.
Yeah.
And then between the lighthouse and you just have to try to find sections to be like per route, and it's like, oh well, this isn't a route, so you get one from the house to that first town, and it's like
I'm trying to figure out this map. It looks like when they showed the map, I'm like, oh, that's a big
it's
map.
Huge.
But then when that thing was doing the flyover, I'm like, is it going to be big or is it going to be small? Because it was like clearing giant chunks of the map during the flyover, and I'm just like, but it looks very big.
Did you not open your map up and just kind of look around the map?
Yeah, it looks huge.
It looks huge.
But I don't know if it is.
I didn't, but I didn't also look at, because I didn't realize I didn't really know where we were going, so I haven't looked at the map to see how much distance we've traveled from the house to this town, the first Poke Center. So, the areas like, I was just impressed with how open these first two areas were.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, like Sword and Shield, it was all like narrow paths until you got into the wild area, and it was huge. But then everywhere else in the game was all like specialized narrow paths. Where this one looks like they're gonna have none of that.
Yeah. This looks like it's very open, like it's all wild areas, and then you just have like sporadic villages in amongst the wild areas.
Are we gonna have weather?
Probably.
I hope not. Don't bring that back.
I bet they will.
Because when it's like, hey, I want to catch this specific Pokemon. Oh, it's not the right weather for that Pokemon. Or, hey, I caught all the Pokemon in this area, and there's like 3 or 4 Pokemon that only spawn during certain weather, and in order to finish the Pokedex or catch cool Pokemon that you didn't know you could catch, you just have to wait till a random weather. And if it was like Sword and Shield, where the weather only changed, in Sword and Shield Wild Area, the weather changed every day, and it was real-time day. In order to change the time in Sword and Shield, you had to go into your Switch and jack with your time inside the system, then load the game up, and it's like, oh, I guess a day has passed, and it would change the time. or literally wait till the next day. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna play it tomorrow. I'll see what the weather is. I'm like, oh, still not the right one. I guess we'll try again tomorrow. That was frustrating.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm impressed so far. I am very impressed. No, my only issue is that glitchy woman that I saw walking
I haven't seen that yet.
back of the town. And I was just like, it looked like something from an 2000s horror movie. Like I was like,
What?
like, okay.
What'd you think of the character customization at the beginning?
Not bad. That's not my. I customize my character, but that's
More-
not the thing that gets me all excited. So I'm just like, meh.
That's the most we've had character customization in a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Like, you could change the eyes, the mouth, the eyebrows, the eyelashes,
Yeah.
hair. Because most of the time, like, the hair and the hair color, you couldn't change until you got to the makeup barbershop and had to pay for it. And for you to get to pick your starter hair was a good change. I still want to try the online.
Yeah.
So,
Which you can do now that we got the Poké Center.
is it? Did you actually
Yeah,
go
you
in
can-
and try it?
Well, no, but I logged in and I was able to see how you do it. Like I was able to see the code that you would give to your friends and say, okay, everybody join with this code.
Okay. Does it work like the old one where you actually have to, like, because the mystery gift, do you have to hit a button and, like, connect it to the internet and wait for it to connect to the internet and then go in?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out if you have to be next to the Poké Center when you do it or not.
Do what?
Join groups.
I think you have to do it from that circle at the end of the Poké Center.
Okay.
I think. What are you doing over there?
Bleeding. Don't
Can't
ask
say that.
questions.
Can't say that. We're gonna have to call security.
That's fine.
Just-
Everything's fine.
If
I'm
you're
fine.
gonna bleed out, wait till we get done with the recording to die.
Feeling woozy, man. You cut me too deep.
Ooh, throwback. So, anything else you wanna?
I don't think so. I think we touched pretty much on everything.
We'll have more
Yeah.
next week because
absolutely.
literally at the
Stay
time of this
tuned.
recording, I have had all of like 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah. About 2 hours, yep.
And a lot of it's just spamming the button. Because I am actually trying to read all of the text. I'm trying to get the story and actually, know what they're saying. Like, normally I don't really care about the story, but the first time I play the games, I'll actually try.
Right.
I wish I could get a little bit of talk back to me, Come on, Pokemon Game Freak. Give me some voice acting.
Yeah. So yeah, next week. But this week we've watched a movie. Spoiler alert! Warning!
Retro. Hey, did you know that he was an alien in this whole movie?
That
Blew your mind,
Spoiler.
didn't it?
blew my
Didn't know.
mind. Cannot believe it.
So when we watched The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah,
the
we didn't even say that.
Did we watch the sequel, The Seventh Sense?
Is that a sequel? Stop it.
We actually sat down with our 15-year-old and let her watch the movie with us.
Yeah.
So it almost like me and the wife had already seen the movie. We knew what the movie was.
Yeah.
So we really couldn't talk during the movie about certain things happening because the daughter had
Right.
never seen the movie, so we didn't want to spoil it for her.
Right.
But I can see how watching this movie and knowing the ending, how it could change how you watch this movie. Because I was picking up on stuff knowing the secret.
But some of it had lots of questions, like how did how did he come to learn about this boy? How did he always know, like, how did he know when the kid got in trouble and he had to go to the school to talk to him?
You,
How did he get in the kid's house and sit across from the mom? All these, like, if he's dead. Spoiler alert.
spoiler. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
He's
spoiler.
dead. He's a ghost.
Bruce Willis's
But
character is
he didn't know
dies.
he was a ghost.
No,
So if
because
he doesn't know he's a ghost, how does he get in the house and just casually sit down across from the woman and not have any kind of conversation, waiting for Haley Joel Osment's character to come in? Like, is he getting phone calls from other ghosts, like a ghost receptionist?
no, I
Or-
just it almost seems like the boy draws dead people to him. Like he's like a medium for the ghosts.
So Bruce Willis's character basically has gaps that he doesn't even know are gaps. Like, he doesn't even realize. Like,
He
doesn't
sees
realize
what
he's not sleeping. He doesn't realize he's
he sees
not
what he wants to
waking up.
see. They explain that to it. The ghosts see what they want to see.
right.
They don't know they're ghosts. He's because in life he failed that one boy.
hmm
In death he's trying, like, it's almost like some higher being is giving him a chance to save the boy that he couldn't save in the past.
Right.
So it's almost like it puts him there with, like, it's weird. There is some unanswered questions there. Because it's weird when he's in the parlor there with the mom, and it looks like they'd been talking, but she never acknowledges his existence.
Yep.
And he doesn't start talking. They don't start talking until she's completely out of the room. What's the other scene? There's another scene. Oh, at the funeral of the one girl. They're walking through, and nobody even talks to the boy.
Yeah.
But nobody, adults really don't talk to children in those situations anyway. But
Right. Yeah.
there's a random dude in a trench coat with a young boy coming to a funeral that nobody knows who these people are. Nobody questions them.
Right.
Did you notice the color red just being everywhere?
Yeah.
Out of place color red.
Very bright. Yeah. It was just very bright against everything else.
Because, like, the door handle for the basement,
The church door,
church door,
freaking bright red.
the mother of the girl, the mother that was poisoning the girl, she was wearing a red blazer
Yeah.
to her own daughter's funeral.
Yeah. That's not a sign.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think one of the ghosts was wearing a red sweater.
yeah. Those ghosts are kind of creepy, though. They're some creepy ghosts.
This was
I wouldn't want to see them if I was a little kid. Heck no.
definitely a suspense movie. Imagine how... I said something to the wife. Imagine how kind of messed up Haley Joel Osment was as an actor. Like a child actor. Acting this role.
Right.
Like, some of the stressful situations they put this kid in. Because, fantastic acting job for a 9-year-old kid.
He did great. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That was and I thought it was funny. I heard a comedian one time, I don't know if you've heard it, but they were talking about how it's just how marriage is and how, like, you can just not talk to your wife and, like, for hours and days at a time, and that's just normal. And so when you watch this movie, it doesn't send any red flags that he goes days without talking to his wife. You're like, that's marriage. It's like, how weird is that? How weird is marriage where that's just normal and that you can watch somebody and not even know that they're dead because he just spent days not talking to his wife, and then you go, oh, I guess that makes sense. But
the dream. I wish I could sit down for dinner and she'd not say anything to me.
What's Metacritic got to say? Speaking of not saying?
Metacritic. All right. 35 critics out of 100.
I think this was probably favored. I'm gonna say 71.
You were closer than I thought you'd get, but you're overshot it a hair. 64.
Oh, okay.
By a lot. You overshot it by quite a bit.
Yeah.
788 users out of 10. The more, the harder it is to gauge, in my opinion.
I'm gonna say an 8.2.
You were closer to this one. 8.7.
Oh, okay. Ooh, very high. Very high. That's a highest in a long time.
Yeah. But it's kind of what I would have guessed the split to be.
Mm-hmm.
A critic in the 60s, user in the high 80s,
Yeah.
the high 8s. As, you know, I can see the critics not really liking this movie. It's very linear. It's very just, there's no side anything. It's just to the point.
Yep. Yep.
Did you see the cameo actor in this movie? The one,
M. Night himself.
yeah,
Yeah.
who's in all of his movies.
Yeah. How young did M. Night look, man?
He looked, yeah, but I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know what he looks like now.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
Surely
what I
he
just
was at least 2 years older, right?
maybe I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe like it. Maybe like his movies, they don't age.
Oh. Wow.
That was a compliment.
Wait, you're saying it's timeless? Okay.
Yeah, that was a compliment. Because his movie, all his movies,
Okay, gotcha.
all his movies are classics in my opinion. At least all the ones I've watched. So, critics gave it 25 positive, 6 mixed, 4 negative.
Okay.
Users gave it 729 positive, 28 mixed, 31 negative. I don't know if we've had this one before. The Seattle Post Intelligencer.
Okay. We are smart-ditified.
Yeah, Intelligencer. I've never heard of that word. Gave it 100.
Wow.
I haven't been so captivated, chilled, surprised by a movie in years. USA Today gave it an 88. The filmmaker keeps upping the ante with surprises until the plot twist butte that concludes the picture. A shocker that, upon reflection, is probably the one ending that wouldn't have fallen a little flat. Film.com gave it an 80. Chalked this film up as an unusual, intelligent thriller about that which scares us the most, accepting our accidents of fate.
I mean, that's not what scares us the most, is it? Accepting our accidents of fate?
I mean...
Whatever. I mean, that's what scares you, Mr. Journalist.
So, let's get down to it. The New York Times gave it a 20.
Ooh.
Says, because it unfolds like a garish hybrid of Simon Birch and What Dreams May Come, such a good movie. Don't besmirch that movie. With some horror movie touches thrown in to keep us from nodding off. The Sixth Sense appears to have been concocted at exactly the moment Hollywood was betting on supernatural schmaltz.
Holy.
Variety gave it a 60. This is a very middle of the road one. Borderline dull to sit through. Sixth Sense is actually rather interesting to talk about afterwards because of the revelation of its ending. Funny story. When me and my high school best friend we went and watched this movie in theaters. And we just got done watching the movie. We were walking, like, it was a packed theater. Because back when I was in high school, that was really the only thing to do on the weekends was go watch movies in Tulsa. I mean, that was our era. That's just what we did. There was no streaming at the house.
Right.
So it was a packed. We always went to packed theaters, and everybody's walking out of the film, and there's people like in the lobby. I think it was AMC 20. We watched this one, and there were people in the lobby coming to watch the next one, and everybody, we're all like surprised at the ending, and we're talking. Oh my! I can't believe he was dead at the end, and everybody like coming in was like, what'd you say? And like we all like ruined the movie for like the next run of people coming in. Like everybody was like mad at us.
Terrible.
I ruined this movie for a guy I worked with at my last job 10 years after it released, because we were talking about it at break about how awesome of a movie it was.
Alert.
And we're like, oh yeah. I mean, the only good thing about the movie is that he was dead the whole movie, and the guy like from like 2 tables down went, "Hey, I've never seen that movie. You just ruined it for me," and like hated like from that time on, me and him never got along after that. He like held that against me. It wasn't a loss.
Oh, really, champ? When were you gonna watch that? Are you gonna go to Blockbuster this weekend and pick it up and go? It's been 10 years. Let me go watch it now.
Yeah, if I ruin a movie for you 10 years after its release, that's on you.
Yeah.
If I ruin
give somebody what would be a legitimate? You gotta let it get through theaters and allow them to rent it through whatever means. And then, 6-7 months after you have the ability to rent it, if you're not interested enough to rent it now, then
I give it a solid year.
A year? Okay, that's fair.
But in today's us ruining the movie at the theater, that's on us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get swung at.
Probably. We were high school kids, so 99.
My brother almost swung at. He does those kind of things where he'll fake spoil movies as he's coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe Batman got paralyzed, or whatever when he does it, and then people are like, "Ah!" Like one time he almost got swung on. He's like, "I'm kidding, man. I'm just joking."
I'm just joking. Haha. Joker got paralyzed. I was just messing with you.
Plot twist. Bruce Willis is the Joker, and he's a ghost.
Just joking.
Choka Malaka Matuka.
All right. No, I'm not reading Mousy Poo 13 review. Hey, what does Common Sense Media have to say?
Well, we have a returning reviewer.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Nell Minnow.
We have had this individual in the past.
He says he gives it a check mark for ages 14 and older. Gives it a 4 out of 5. He says great, but sometimes scarier than an R-rated horror.
No. There's maybe
he's using that as a negative, but to me that would be a positive. Like, you were like, it's really good, but sometimes it's a little too scary for a PG-13. I'm like, that's cool.
The girl throwing up in the little red tent.
Yeah.
Was like one of the worst, or maybe when she
was feeling better after that.
Yeah. But there was like 2 or 3 jump scares the entire movie.
Something like that.
And they were few and far between.
Yeah. Parents say 13 and older, 4 stars. Kids say 12 and older, 4 stars.
My 15-year-old watched it, and she was riveted. She watched the whole thing. It? Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I'd go much younger than that, but
lots of reviews. There are 53 parent reviews and 280 kid reviews.
Some of these
been reviewed.
Some of these don't make any sense to me, because a lot of times, like when they're like 12 plus could watch this movie, but what 12-year-old is going to sit down and watch this movie?
Right.
None of mine that age are going to sit through that movie. So,
have you ever seen The Others?
The Others? I don't know if I've even heard of that.
With Nicole Kidman. That one is that's one of those PG-13 that's really, really good, really creepy. Anyway, that's side tangent, but it's a very good, creepy. All good things to say about it. Positive messages. How do you think Nell feels about this movie in terms of positive messages?
I think Nell would give it a 2, but I'm thinking a 3 myself.
Well, you're right. Nell gave it a 2.
Okay.
He said issues of life, death, and afterlife are dealt with in a smart, humanistic way. Depending on individual beliefs, this could be comforting or disturbing. Regardless, however, the film deals with tremendous issues with sensitivity. So, there you go. What about positive role models?
Let's stay on this 2 train. I'd still give it a 3.
Blue Chains. He actually did give it a 3.
Oh,
He said
okay.
Cole is a smart and likable kid who is gifted and cursed with his ability to talk to the departed. The empathy the viewer feels for him makes his experiences all the more terrifying, but his courage and growth through the film is commendable. Dr. Crow's journey with Cole is multi-layered, but the complexity of their experience does not deter from the trusting bond they forge. All right.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, here's an interesting one. Violence and scariness.
Now, this one's a difficult one. I don't know. Because I feel sometimes you almost have to know the person to know what they're going to rate violence and scariness.
Yep.
Do they watch a lot of these movies? Or are they like a person like me who doesn't watch a lot of this, like the suspense horror movies? So it's hard for them to gauge?
Right.
Are they a sheltered individual that's never watched this kind of stuff until they started reviewing it and think that this is the most scary thing in the world?
Right.
Or are they like you that's desensitized and thinks, this could be,
She's feeling better.
I think Nell gave it a 4.
3.
Oh, okay.
3.
Hey,
He said several scary surprises,
Yeah.
some quite grisly. Child is stalked by the dead who want something from him. He looks terrified most of the time. A child is poisoned, image of 3 people hanging in a school, and a shooting and a suicide.
oh, yeah, the beginning of the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually show. It shows like one gunshot, then it goes off screen. I guess because when the ghosts hurt him, it's not shown either. Because he's got all the marks on him.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that was kind of weird that they would leave marks. But
now,
creepy.
did you get some chills from the scene when he was locked in the dumbwaiter?
Yeah, that was pretty messed up. I mean, that's messed up even if you don't see ghosts, you know?
I know. Like,
That's,
I guess as a parent, it's like I was kind of getting like chills off. I'm like almost like an emotional state kind of thing from that scene. It's like, this is rough to watch.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Pretty bad.
all right, what else
Oh.
we got?
Sex, romance, and nudity.
Not present.
Yep, not present, not clickable.
Okay.
Language. I mean, with the language.
I heard one S word because he called him out for it. Did you just use the S word? I didn't even hear him say it. I didn't even notice he said it. If the boy wouldn't even call him out for it, I'd have not even caught that one.
Yeah.
Was there anything else? Was that it?
I don't recall. I only remember the one S word.
So we give this one a 1?
He gave it a 2.
Oh.
He said there was the S word and a few lesser swear words.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Very clean movie. Very clean movie.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think
products and purchases.
Okay. I literally meant to... I had one in mind. I did remember seeing something, but I can't... Oh. They mentioned Pop-Tarts. But didn't show any. When they were in the kitchen the first time, and all the cabinets opened, and she, like, walked in, and all the cabinets were open, and he's like, I was looking for a Pop-Tart. And then
I thought he said, "What are you thinking, Mama?" I didn't even hear him say.
It's like, well, the cabinets are open. What were you looking for? He's like, got his hands on the table. He's like, he like defended the ghosts. It was weird. He's like, I was looking for.
And that was probably that super creepy, like abused woman that like cut her wrist.
Yeah.
Because she was the one in the kitchen.
Yeah. And he's like, I was looking for a Pop-Tart. And then, like, as he was running off, she handed him a Pop-Tart. Hold on. Things are popping up on my screen. All right.
Papa.
Yeah, something said I couldn't play. A 1, 2, maybe.
Not present. Not clickable.
Oh well,
2. This man knows how to do a not present.
it's not there.
No. Yeah, not present, not clickable. Drinking, drugs, and smoking.
This one's hard because I don't remember any.
Right?
I'm trying to think. Did anybody really?
No, they were. I'm pretty sure at the beginning. Remember at the very beginning, they were like drunk.
Yeah.
He was drunk.
Yeah, they were drunk.
Like weren't they like chugging wine? Or
He was chugging wine because she was calling him Dr. Seuss. That was funny. There's another part of consumerism. They mentioned Dr. Seuss at the beginning.
Yeah. Except he's canceled now, so.
But I still don't. I ignore that because his work is awesome. We're gonna get canceled for that one. Yeah, just that scene at the beginning. I don't think there really was any other real shown drinking. I didn't see hardly anybody smoking.
Right. What do you think?
I give it a 1.
1. Yeah, he just says some tipsiness. That's it.
Sorry to question if this person watched this movie.
What parents need to know. Parents need to know that this movie has some thoughtful and meaningful views on life and death that some viewers may find comforting and others may find sad or disturbing. The ghosts that Cole see are aware of people who died violently, and they are gruesome, even shocking in appearance. You'll see a shooting, a suicide, a poisoning, people hanging, and more. Some of the dead are children, one killed by her own mother.
A lot of death.
Yeah. There's an adult who says, I think this is one of the best horror movies ever. And actually, quite a beautiful love story between a married couple, but maybe not for kids. But yeah. What are we watching next week, bruh?
I don't know. That's what
We're just going to be playing Pokemon, not even watch a movie. Dude, all Pokemon episode. Do we really want to stop playing Pokemon for an hour and a half to watch a movie?
Do we?
Yes, we will, because that's what we do.
Do we want to watch the first Pokemon movie?
That's perfect. Yeah. Yes. I like it.
What's wrong, bud?
Pokemon, the first movie. Not the remake, though, right? Or the remake. Isn't it the same? I don't know. I haven't seen the new one, so I heard it was a remake. Because it was on the Netflix.
What was Pokemon? Which one do they have on Netflix? Because we could totally.
It was that remake of the Pokemon the first movie, but it was like with the different graphics. Like it's not the cartoony graphics; it's more computer generated graphics. But it's supposed to be like I believe a like 1-for-1, word-for-word remake.
That was Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
But that was a remake of one of the newer movies. That wasn't the first movie.
Are you sure? Because the first movie was Mewtwo, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's a CGI remake of the first film.
Okay. We just want to. It's a 2019 movie, but we can break our own rules and do the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie.
But it's a remake of the first one, so I think it's fair because I don't know that we'll be able to find the first movie in a legitimate source.
It's not. I think I have it on DVD somewhere.
Uh-oh. pizza roll party at your house.
Yeah. So.
Let's watch it.
Sounds good to me.
If it's too different, then we could scrap it. But we're doing it. Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back on the Netflix.
Yeah, because it says the film is the 22nd installment of the Pokemon film series and a CGI remake of the first film. Fun fact about this movie, this movie was actually should never have released.
Really?
Because of how scary the creator made Mewtwo in the movie. But
He's pretty bomb. He's pretty powerful. I liked it. That's what you want from a giant scary Mewtwo that you just find standing in a cave. Like, this guy's kind of creeping me out.
I'll have to find the actual story, but from what I understand, Pokemon Company was dealing with a controversy in the TV series where there was an episode that was causing seizures amongst children.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
And they were so busy dealing with the backlash of that, and he did his first draft of the script and pushed it to the board members, and they were so busy with this thing that they just barely looked at it and went, yeah, it's good, just whatever. And he just made the film and was already most of the way done with it before they realized what he had done, and was like,
oh my god,
okay,
that's funny.
Like,
yeah, I think that was the if I remember right, that was the Porygon episode.
It was the band Porygon.
I've never seen it. I'm sure I could find it now.
Yeah.
The interwebs are huge.
Can't say that. Yeah, you can say
what? You can say that, yeah.
Can't use that word.
What, huge?
I like it. Keep saying it.
Huge.
We're gonna watch, in light of this Pokemon game coming out, we'll watch Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.
Dun, dun, dun,
I don't think that was what I was thinking about watching this week, but I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah. We do what we want.
We
We do what we want.
We do what we want.
Do. I get it.
You're a freaking doo-doo. Hey.
So, okay. Yeah. Well then, see you next week with some more Pokemon news, some Pokemon movies, and we'll see what's going on.
Will we? Ooh, that sounds good. Eat some for me.
Oh yeah. I'll put a little extra Diablo sauce on there for you.
That's what I'm talking about.